Well, hello everyone. My name is Lily Angel, and I am doing my presentation on the effects of social media. So, social media has always been a part of our lives, especially today, as it's been like we tend to use it a lot for communication, for work purposes, or just to stay in touch with people. And so today, I'm going to be discussing whether it's always a good thing, and if not, what are some things that we can do to improve social media, like our use of it. So I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of social media and how it affects our society today. So first of all, I want to ask you guys, what is social media to you? So I want you guys to think to yourselves, what social media platforms do you guys use? Do you guys use them often? And do you guys get your information from them? And what experiences have you guys had from social media? And I also want you guys to think to yourselves, do you do you get your information from valid sources? And do you often check your information if it's accurate? So I'm going to be diving in further into the pros about social media. So first of all, communication is a lot easier. So people are able to connect with people easier. Like I personally have been able to find childhood friends that I didn't know about until years later, and I was able to connect with them again. And information has become a lot more accessible. And so we are able to spread our opinions and our awareness about things a lot more quicker. And we are able to find information about specific topics much more quicker as well. And so new jobs are able to replace old ones. So if you guys know, social media has become a big part of our lives now. So with that being said, we have been able to create new jobs such as influencers and to sell more products and just have more businesses. And it has overall helped our economy on that scale. And now for the cons. So with there being a lot of pros, there are also some drawbacks. So there is also, due to information being easily spread, people can also spread false information or false news, fake news, and your personal information is a lot more accessible. So predators or anonymous people can get your information easier, and hackers and scammers can trick you or use your personal information for things. And this is pretty dangerous, especially when it comes to a younger audience, especially when it comes to like middle schoolers or teenagers who don't really know how to use social media yet. And so yeah, personally, I don't know if you guys know about this website. It's called True People Search. And so it's basically a website where you can it's accessible to anyone, and you can search up your parents' name. And if you search it up there, it'll show their address, their phone number, and practically a lot of personal information. And I get it that cities use it to get background checks on people, but at the same time, it's like a website that's accessible for everyone. So literally anyone could get your information if you're over 18. So it's kind of like a dangerous thing too. So we have to be really cautious about it. So leaving it on that note, I've often wondered how does it impact our day-to-day life? And so like I said, social media is always everywhere. We tend to use it for everything nowadays, especially when it comes to work purposes or communications. But it's also important to know how to balance everything. So having a healthy balance, it's important to limit your time on social media because sometimes people can become addicted to it. And especially a younger audience, they don't really know what they post sometimes. They might think it's cool at the moment, but then they might regret it later on. And once you post something, it's always going to be there. So it's really important to be able to be careful who you talk to, what you post, and also just if you're a parent or a guardian, or if you know someone that uses social media and is pretty young, make sure to be more cautious about and stay up to date what they're doing with it, and just try to be careful on how you use it as well. And also check your information. I get that a lot of people tend to go on social media like Instagram, and then they'll see a post, and then it's it'll have a fact or something, or just drama about a certain issue. And people, instead of like researching if it's actually true, they're just gonna like assume that it is. They're not really gonna do like a background check on whether it's actually correct. So it's also important to make sure to check your information. And so yeah, it's very convenient for day-to-day use, but it can also be dangerous. And so just like a minor advice for like a solution for dealing with the cons of social media, just make sure to manage how you use it and to just be more cautious around who you text or who you're talking to online. And there was like a study uh, from Jonathan Haidt who he talks about social media, and he mentioned that in one study that they did back in 2017 in the United States and in Canada, 62% of teenagers who were female tend to do self-harm because of the expectations that they have on social media. So social media also tends to raise expectations on how you look, what you eat, and just overall like the physical appearance. So a lot of people are often dealt with like the pressure of that. So it's also important to like limit your like what you watch and like what you do with social media, because like if you see a post that and like it makes you mad or it just changes your mood completely, um it's like I would think that would be like a perfect opportunity to just like take a break and just like take a step back, calm down, and just like reassess yourself. And yeah, like it's important to just like acknowledge when social media can be too much and to just be more cautious around it. And so these are my sources. And so like I said, one of my sources was the video from Jonathan Haidt, who says how social media has destroyed a generation. And he just dives further as to like the cons of the damage that social media can do to teenagers, or especially like a younger audience like middle schoolers. So yeah, thank you for listening. So if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to let me know.
Great presentations, really informative. That's like the website where you can look anyone up. That's news to me. Really interesting. Thanks for letting me know. Also, yeah, I gave up TikTok for Lent, and it's been honestly pretty great. Like have noticed just my screen time has gone down and all that. So I definitely do notice that social media does have an effect on you. So yeah, that was a very good presentation. One critique I will say, and I understand we all do it. I am so guilty of it, saying like all the time. You got to catch yourself on it sometimes. So with that being said, good presentation.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I really liked how you looked at it from all aspects. At first you said the pros and then you said the cons, like maybe you could get addicted to it or maybe it's used in the wrong ways. For the critique, I would kind of say what I do a lot too is just saying and so a lot. So that's the only thing.
Okay, thank you.
I liked how you like brought light into social media because everyone just thinks of it as, you know, such a good thing. But I think it was a really good presentation. I know myself, I'm always like on TikTok for hours, so I think that you did a really good job.
Okay, any more questions or comments? Okay then. I'm gonna start recording now. If I can figure out how.